Morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with John. Looking forward to continuing our talk, Sari, on PR. Sari Cicurel, saricicurel.com, PR specialist. Good morning, Sari.
Good morning.
So I thought we could talk today about PR and really kind of somebody is sitting there thinking, I need PR. I'm not sure exactly what PR is. I know I need it. I know such and such people or companies that use it. I know such and such people that are big believers. If I pick up the phone, what are the first couple steps that I, as a solopreneur to Fortune company, am going to walk through as I work with you on coming up with a PR campaign?
Well, I think that what happens first is, and I get this call a lot, and I think that my colleagues do too, that we get the call that says, I saw your social media and your clients, they're always on TV. I want that.
Mm-hmm.
And I always kind of do the half laugh and say, well, I'm glad you saw that, but that's not what it's really all about. And what it's really all about is I sit down and I always tell my clients, first off, I don't care if you're McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Nike, or a small business. We're going to start with a branding exercise. It's the first thing I do. I developed it. I want to know who you think you are. And I send it out to them. Then we sit down and we go through this branding exercise together. And I look and we talk through the brand. And I say that because if you have the strongest brand, there's sometimes little holes in it, and the messaging needs to be really clear. The most important part of that branding exercise is it's something that we always revisit.
Mm-hmm.
So we use it for the overall message, but we also can use it for an event, a specific upcoming exhibit or something that's going on. And part of that branding exercise is, what are your goals, which are really important because I have to make sure that I'm always meeting the goals, and the expectations have to be real.
Yeah.
And they have to be real, not only for me to be able to meet, but they really have to be real for the client. And that's super important.
Yeah.
In whatever you want to accomplish. And sometimes in, Detroit area, for instance, there's X amount of media coverage for X amount of what your business is. And so that expectation has to really be laid out right away.
Yeah. So what I love about what you're talking about is, as a business coach, when I look at companies, one way I look at companies, our companies grow because of their brand or because they have strong operations, and the most successful companies grow because they have both.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can have a company that has an amazing brand. The company may not operate very tightly, but the brand is so strong that people will actually buy the service or product.
Right.
But if you have if you have a company that has very strong operations, that works like a well-oiled machine, that company can be successful, but maybe lacks brand where they could even be more successful.
Right.
So
And part of that branding, we look at customer service, we look at, their goals of sales, we look at a lot of different things. And so it isn't, I want people to realize that brand, when I say brand, it isn't just your colors, your logo.
Mm-hmm.
And very often their colors, their logos, I don't even touch. And sometimes we have to, but it's not. If it's a startup, we often do, but sometimes we're really just talking about the messaging and their inner workings. And I'd say their brand is, sometimes the minute you walk in the door, it's that old secret shopper even.
Well, it's that, people judge you, whether it's fair or unfair, within the first 7 seconds. And I always define brand is what people say about you when you leave the room or aren't around. So that's great. Well, Sari, I appreciate your insight. We're going to pick up this tomorrow. Tell everybody who your ideal clients are and how they can connect with you.
I love working with anyone who wants to really share their story. And and their message. Don't be afraid to give me a call and say, I have an idea. I have time for those conversations. And you can reach me at sarimcicu.com is my website, or my email, sari.chicurel@gmail.com.
I love it. I just want to say this too. I think, you talk about sharing your story. When somebody calls you, when somebody calls me, it doesn't matter, but let's focus on you. When they share you when they call and share their story, the nuances of what somebody like you can pull out that they've maybe been missing is also, I think, a really big piece of working with you.
Yeah, I just have always loved people.
Yeah.
So I enjoy people.
Yeah.
I get it from my mom. It's a joke in our family that my mom and I could talk to the wall would probably talk back. And I do. I really do enjoy people. And I like hearing about I learn a lot from people, and I really do enjoy people. And one of the things about being in PR is that usually people share what they love and what they're passionate about, and it makes you excited.
Yeah. Amen. All right. I love it. Sari, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for the
Okay,
community.
good.
If Sari can help you, saricicurel.com. Thanks, Sari. Thanks, everybody.